And here we are.
Hey, everybody. Good morning.
Hi.
It's almost spring, so if you're coughing like Steph and I are, you're in good company. I cough, she coughs, I cough, she coughs. So we apologize in advance. We're back to doing that again, apologizing in advance.
We were trading it back and forth this morning already.
I know.
So, he cough, I cough. He cough, I cough. So,
All
good
right.
morning and welcome, everybody, to this Do a Grouch a Favor Day.
Taking nominations.
That's not a problem. I know plenty of them. I want to thank MBR Landscaping and Cleaning Service for sponsoring our live feed. MBR Cleaning Service is offering weekly, bi-weekly, and deep clean. I need the deep clean,
need the deep
Hank.
clean.
I know. And
The deep clean.
You can give them a call, 508-280-0605. Online, mbrlandscaping.com. Go and check them out. Tell Bruno that Stephanie Viva sent me. And I hear you do great work because they really do. So thank you very much, everyone, for joining us on a Thursday. What a special appearance by Hank. Yay.
Hey, happy to be here.
Well, I'm trying to tag my other pages in this while we're learning some new technology. And every day gets a little bit more smooth.
Yes.
So we're getting there.
The new technology is slowly passing me by.
I don't think so, though, Hank. Hank, you're sticking with me, and
I know.
you're at least
I've gotta
following along.
But every time I come here and I come down to the studio and you're not here, and I look at all this stuff over here, I go, oh God.
Well, you're going to learn.
Is she coming? Oh, sorry. Well,
listen, you can't teach this old dog some new tricks because you are going to learn.
I'm going to learn. Oh no, I can learn. I used to be able to do it when it was a hell of a lot more complicated than that.
Yeah, right. Well, here we are.
When you used to have to push all the buttons yourself.
Mm-hmm.
When you used to when you would record a commercial, a spot, and you'd take the audio tape and you'd have to slice it
Yep.
and put it together. Cut it using razor blades and tape it together. I used to be pretty good at that. None of this just pushing the button.
I know. I still have some major scars
Yes.
from my days with razor blades where my mother was like, "What are you doing in here?" I'm like, "It's not drugs, it's tape. It's
Right.
just tape." All right. Well, the man in the computer is messing up whatever.
Oh, there we go.
No. Is it gone now? Okay.
All right.
I think you saw my face of disapproval. I'm like, I can't hear myself back. It makes me crazy.
You know, if you like to, if you know the movie The Wizard of Oz. The Wizard of Oz is we have a Wizard of Oz.
We do.
He's behind the curtain upstairs and he does stuff.
And he
'Cause he
does
can.
stuff. So yeah, good morning, Eva. Thank you so much for checking in with us. We had such a great night at Music Bingo last night. I cannot thank, I was a little misty, teary-eyed when I was driving home at the amount of just people that were there to have a good time with each other. One of our friends is going through some physical issues. And it was just a bunch of everybody showing up, supporting everyone. And it was just really, really nice. I left there with such a full, kind heart. And so that's why our question of the day today is what are you thankful for? Because I think it's important to just wake up sometimes and acknowledge that,
Right.
I'm still breathing. I'm still on this side of the earth and I got things to do. So every once in a while I have those moments where I'm like, it's not me. I'm not crying. You are.
Right. Mari's Uncle Joe, who I was very fond of, always told me several times, all he did when he got up in the morning, he'd put his feet on the floor and he said, thank you. And that's all he did.
Yeah, gratitude. It's a big thing.
Right, and that's enough.
Kids and younger adults are being much more mindful this day and age. I had a great conversation with a fellow entrepreneur last night, Brianna from Elevated Impressions. She does all these beautiful balloon creations.
Yes.
If you're ever looking for someone for that, they do just a bang up job. And we were having this conversation about how much more mindful the younger generation is about everything. And I'm thankful that we're going there. But in our age, we see it as being soft or whiny or complainy.
Right.
So there is a break for people just, I don't know, getting better in this space of life. It was just a really nice conversation. It's not a regular conversation that you normally have when you're sitting at a bar.
No. Well, you do after several drinks.
Yeah. But no, this was
We
a
were all sober,
drink.
sober.
Yeah.
And then after several drinks, you start discussing the meaning of life and it gets sloppy, and then you don't remember the next day all the profound things you thought and shared with each other, and you sometimes don't even remember who you were hugging.
I don't have that anymore because I now have a company vehicle, and that is not happening.
Yes.
You know who I am.
Yes, a pretty cool company vehicle.
It does. It looks really cute. Thank you very much to Cape and Islands Kia and also Simple Science, who did a fabulous job branding the little Kia that could. It looks awesome, but also I can't do anything in that without people knowing exactly who I am. So I got beeps and middle fingers yesterday. It was 50-50.
It was great. Because to the back of the car just says Stephanie in the morning.
That's it. There she is.
Gee, I wonder who that is.
Right? Amy, hi from Florida. I hope you're enjoying it. I'm so glad you got to get away. You seemingly are living your best life, and I love that for you. I'm doing Greg's favorite saying, I love that for you.
Oh, we got somebody from Niagara Falls checking in.
Oh, is that one of my family members or is it somebody on vacation?
Caroline.
She's in Niagara right now? Oh, I'm jealous.
Really?
Enjoy your time away.
Niagara, why would you be jealous about
I liked it. I think it's kind of cool, the Maid of the Mist.
Oh, yeah, that's fun. I mean, that's like an overnight.
Yeah, it is true. But also my family lives about 20 minutes from there.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry.
And they're a fun family.
Okay.
They're a fun Portuguese family.
Okay.
They're just a laugh a minute. They're the most smiley, happy people you've ever met in your entire life. My cousin Tony, his wife, is phenomenal. She's an Israeli supermodel, basically.
Mm-hmm.
And my two little extra second cousins, third cousins. I don't know what it is when your cousins have babies. Are those your second? Or my husband and I have this conversation often enough. Mm-hmm. Or is it a removed, or is it just your second cousin?
Just your second cousin.
I just consider
once
them
removed,
all cousins.
twice removed.
Well, I come from a giant Irish and Portuguese Catholic family. So there's I have 47 first cousins on one side and I think 35 on the other.
Oh,
like
my gosh.
It's a lot.
Yeah.
Gatherings are not small or cheap.
Christmas cards expensive to send out.
I don't even do them anymore. I don't. I'm like, I put it on Facebook. Merry Christmas. Thanks for checking. I don't send Christmas cards anymore.
Oh, no. We lost our address book when we moved, so I put out on Facebook, if you used to receive a Christmas card from us and you'd like still to continue to receive one, just message me with your address. I'm sorry, we lost our address book. I think I got like 2 responses.
Oh, all right. Well, then.
It's like nobody does it anymore.
They were all set with you, Hank. It's cool.
Yeah. No, they just, you're right. Right now, it's just you put something up on Facebook and you send out a text and, hey, Merry Christmas.
Oh, my God. Caroline, I will send you my family's info. You will absolutely adore them, and you will absolutely know that we are a family because we are both I don't know whether it's my dad's side of the family that got like the happy gene or whatever. Yeah, I agree. Sarah says Christmas cards are outdated anyway.
They are.
And good morning, Helen. Thank you so much for checking in with us. So I saw, as we're coming into the Lenten season where everybody's starting to give these up, so many things about Easter candy is my favorite kind of candy.
Yeah.
It's a problem.
Cadbury eggs.
Oh my God, they're evil.
Yes.
And some people are like, gross, too much sugar. Absolutely. They'll rot all of your teeth out. But they are my favorite thing.
Yep.
Like even when I was in the military, my mom sent me an Easter basket with all of my Cadbury cream eggs. So she knows it is my favorite kind of candy. And I saw, because we often do crazy crime here. Mm-hmm. And there was a theft of Cadbury cream eggs, 200,000 Cadbury cream eggs worth $48,000 stolen by a London man. And all I could just picture was a man like sitting on a clutch of eggs. You know what I mean? Obviously they would melt. But I'm like, that's the most bizarre thing to steal.
Either that or just totally, no, I was going to say passed out from the sugar. You can't pass out from all of that sugar.
No, you'd be awake for the rest of your life. Good morning, Lisa. Thanks for checking in with us this morning.
Running a marathon or something.
Yeah, right. So Easter is around the corner. Peeps flavored Pepsi. Since we're talking about sugar, my teeth are actually itching talking about how much this is.
I'm not much of a Peeps guy. I never was.
They're gross.
They are.
They're crunchy.
Yeah.
It's like if you enjoy crunchy sugar, then you would enjoy them.
Right. Nope. Doesn't do much for me.
A friend of ours, Kat, does this like Peeps whatever for like the entire month of Peep Town. Mm-hmm. She posts different scenes of them, like kind of like Lego characters.
Yeah.
And those are her memes of the month.
Oh, okay.
kind of cute, but
All
I mean, do I want to eat them? Absolutely not. Do I
No.
want them in a soda form?
No.
No, thank you. Dentists are like, yay. I know, it is gross, Amy. It's disgusting. So what's been going on with you, Hank?
Oh, I don't know.
He tried to convince me that there was a snake on the loose in Attleboro, then tried to find it because there's a bobcat. We found a dead bobcat on the Cape. They found it. They found it in Wellfleet, right near the Chickasset. I forget what it is, the Flatlands, right where they're doing all of that construction. I guess in the 1900s, they came in and thought they would build this huge, interrupt Mother Nature basically to stop mosquitoes.
Yeah.
Well, over time, that has proven to be really bad for the birds and all of they're realizing now how bad it is, to the tune of $20 million to put it back to the way it was. And that's exactly where they found this dead bobcat.
Well, he probably had a good thing going down there all by himself.
Right? I got all the ducks.
All right,
I got it
everything.
all.
Nobody else here but me.
But that is the furthest on Cape. Hey, good morning, Sarah. That bobcat has been spotted. So I'm sad that it's deceased. But also, I was looking at photos of bobcats because they put the cute, like, stock, fluffy photos. And I'm like, oh, it's a bobcat.
Right.
Then I had to remember, oh, it's a bobcat. Like that, no. That is not a petable cat you want to have.
No.
It's a wild animal.
And someone will mistake it for a petable cat or a lost cat and start feeding it.
Yeah.
Just like they do with coyotes. Oh, look at this little dog in my backyard. I started feeding it.
One of our neighbors was that lady.
Really?
Uh-huh. The lady across the street. She no longer lives there. We have summer people now. Whatever that is.
Oh, my God. Summer people.
Are summer people really people? That's the real Cape. Summer people, some are not. They're summer people.
Oh, I like that. I never heard that.
Yeah.
Some are people, some are not. Okay.
Exactly. So he comes in, Gary, I think is his name.
Oh, that's an interesting name.
Even better. So he's over and he's got the weirdest voice. So every time he talks to me, I have this thing with voices. Obviously, I do voice work.
Right.
So when he talks, I can't listen to him. It's bothersome to me.
Mm-hmm.
So I automatically am annoyed by him, even if he's just saying nice things to me.
What does it sound like?
It's like a whiny high voice.
Oh, my.
And he's a Rhode Islander.
Oh, so he's got that Rhode Island accent on top of it.
Yep. So it's a bad Rhode Island accent with a whiny high voice.
Oh, my gosh.
And he joined the board because we live in an association.
Mm-hmm.
And so you don't move into a place and immediately take over. That's not how you come into this neighborhood. You can't come in hot.
No, particularly if you're a summer person.
Exactly. Good morning, Junior. Were you doing CrossFit this morning? I'm very proud of your activity. So much so that I've been on my Peloton for 3 days in a row and my bum is numb. You're welcome.
Thank you for sharing
Can't get that out of your eyes, can you? So
do you need to get up and stretch or anything
no,
at some
because I
point?
can't feel anything. It doesn't matter.
Okay. I do notice, though, you're sitting kind of straight up in the chair this morning, unlike you usually do.
Yes, I am.
You're more relaxed, which has made me kind of say, well, I better sit up straight.
I'm keeping you on your toes today, Hank.
Yes.
Just so you know, it's because my bum is numb. I don't know what's happening. So the whiny voiced man moves into the neighborhood. I'm going to join the board. Things are going to change around here. Everybody in the neighborhood's like, okay.
You live on the water. Shut up.
Seriously, though. And he's barely here. And when he's here, he brings like 9,000. And during pandemic, the neighborhood was on fire mad at him because it was like all of the family. There's like 47 kids over there, his extended family. And I mean, I get it. We live across the street from the water.
Right.
And
It's a
you
cool
want to
spot.
enjoy being outside. And we've got a nice little area for people to hang out. We got the tennis court, you got the basketball court. There's like stuff for people to do and be outside. So I totally understand the attraction. You just don't invite 50 of your friends to our little mecca.
Yeah.
And be the new guy with the whiny voice with the Rhode Island accent.
Right. And were all the other people from Rhode Island, too?
Yes. Yes.
There must have been coffee milk everywhere.
I like coffee milk. Explaining coffee milk to people that are not from this area, this
You
region.
can't. They think you're nuts.
They do not understand. I know. We're having a group cough break. Hold, please.
Yeah. When we took Mariana to Newport, Mariana likes coffee milk, but she doesn't get it very much. And we got a big bottle of
Giant autocrat. Good morning,
autocrat
Dave.
coffee syrup.
Good morning, Jim.
But you're right. People don't People don't get it. So you put milk. Yet you put milk in your coffee, so it's really iced coffee with milk. No, it's milk with coffee. Oh, so milk. No, they don't get it.
Good morning, Jim Pressman from Blue Anchor Advertising and Marketing. Thank you very much. He's like, where is my free plug?
There it is.
You need a social media guy. He's your guy. Go and absolutely see him because he just does a fantastic job.
Hi, Jackie. How are you?
I know. Thank you so much for joining us today. So it's Thursday. It's one day before the weekend. I really wanted to go away this weekend. I have a rare Friday and Saturday off.
Wow. No events?
No things. Don't fill it up with things and don't ask me to do things. I'm taking 2 days and I'm going to stare at a wall. And my husband's like, maybe we can get away. Maybe take the kids tubing. I said, do you not remember the tubing incident of 2017? He has like such revisionist history of the way
our tubing incident
in
2017?
Yes. Where my daughter Lily, she had such tactile dysfunction. She never liked wearing gloves, didn't like 2 layers of clothes. She's grown out of it and she's a lot better about managing it herself. But she proceeded to take off her gloves and scream, cry at the top of a mountain for a solid hour and a half while I was trying to manage my other children and let them have a good time.
And so how did Lily get down?
I had to physically take her screaming on a tube down the mountain. Yeah, that was also a lot of fun. So I was like, can we just find somewhere with like a hot tub and a place maybe we could just like get room service?
Right.
And just like very low key.
Your kids are old enough they can stay home alone for 2 nights.
They are. And it's fine. And I'd like to wait until at least she has her license, which is going to be next month,
Yay.
which is all very terrifying. But given the state of affairs at the DMV, I don't know if it's going to be next month or maybe at September.
Right.
Because we have the one, they're moving it. So it's a satellite situation.
Yeah,
the one in
like
Plymouth
that.
is half closed half the time.
Right.
It's really frustrating.
And they're really not open anyway when you're there because you got to make an appointment to go anyhow.
So painful. And I know a lot of people are dealing with the Real ID. Rhode Island has only brought us bad beer.
What's wrong with Narragansett?
Freaking Narragansett.
Come on. Hello, neighbor. Have a Gansett.
Oh, that's awesome. That's good. Good morning, John.
That's from watching Red Sox games on TV with my grandfather when I was a kid. Narragansett was one of the big sponsors of Red Sox games on TV.
Pitchers and catchers on Monday?
Pitchers and catchers. No, pitchers and catchers have reported
This
first full workout is Monday.
All right, things are happening.
Yes.
And it's going to feel like that today, but it's a trick. We're going to have warm weather roll in and everybody's going to feel great. You're going to be like, I'm going to put the shovel away. Don't be that guy.
No, don't.
Don't be that girl.
There's one more
person.
coming. There's one more coming.
Yeah, I agree.
Actually, we can't even say one more. There's one coming. We haven't even had one to have one more.
Have yourself a ski lodge life weekend without skiing. Yes, I am all about après ski.
Yep.
Find me at the lodge in front of the fire with a nice little hot toddy. I'm good to go. Got a nice book in my hand. I got 2 new ones I'm reading. I'm in the middle of both of them. I can't even tell you the name of them. That's how bad they are. But I'm persevering because Serafina said, give it a little bit more time. We were talking about how long do you give a book before you're like, I can't do it. And normally I only give it a chapter.
Yeah. Oh, I go more than that. I have so many unread books on my Kindle. It's nuts.
Yeah. Had gone deeply into them and just abandoned because they just didn't capture you or just because you got sidetracked?
I got sidetracked because I found something else I wanted to read.
Exactly.
And then I found something else I wanted to read. And then I went to a bookstore. Oh God, take me into a bookstore and I'm like an open checkbook.
What is it with that? I do the same thing. My husband is exactly the same way. We're like, well, it's books.
Right.
And we buy 30 of them we don't need.
Right. And I told Mariana, I don't know how many years ago, when we go to a bookstore, if you ever ask to buy a book, Papa can't say no.
Well, that was your first mistake.
That was my first mistake. Yeah. So every time we go to a bookstore, we buy these books. And I keep saying to her, have you read them yet? No, I'll start tomorrow. But one of the books that we discovered the last time we went to the bookstore, and those of you you probably remember this, I was surprised that they were still available. The Boxcar Kids. Because
I did read those.
I thought for sure the Boxcar Kids would be pulled off the shelves because it's a bunch of orphans living on their own, and somebody would have decided by now that was somehow inappropriate.
Well, you know what? We're not book burners. We're not those people.
That's true.
We're Northerners. We accept that, it was a different time.
That's true.
And things like that happened in different times, and we're better than that now, and we can read that.
Yeah.
So we're not like, let's pretend it never happened, burn it, get rid of it. We're not those people.
That's true. That's true. The book that I bought at the bookstore last time I was there is like yay thick, and it's yet another biography of Abraham Lincoln.
Yeah.
But it's written by John Meacham, and I love John Meacham.
All right.
And
I don't think I've ever read a Meacham.
But he did some work with the Bushes. He spoke at President Bush's funeral. He's excellent writer. But
we clearly read different things.
I've discovered that my cheaters aren't strong enough. Because the print, I swear, when I try to read the book is like this, and I can't read it. I had to put it aside. I need to go get better cheaters because I can't read the book. So that's sitting aside now.
Good morning. My mother-in-law is watching. Hi, Mom. I hope you're enjoying Florida. Also in Florida, Danielle, thank you so much for checking in, and good morning to you. James, cousin James, hi. Oh, Mari said Papa can't say no, whether it's at a bookstore or somewhere else. Papa just can't say no. Jeff Buttrick, does anybody still care about those overpaid baseball teams with an owner who does not care about this team? I stopped watching major sports like that. I don't know what happened. I think maybe during the pandemic, I kind of, we were football people and we were hardcore football people, but I don't know whether it's because the Patriots are so bad that we're like, meh. Yeah. And I'm not a fair weather fan. I just, I haven't been into it. And baseball, I haven't been into for a really long time.
I've just been a baseball fan forever.
Yeah, since I grew up going to games. My dad worked for Otis Elevator. They would get box seats. Like I would go. It would be like the most awesome thing that my dad and I ever did together. Every year, twice a year in the summer, we'd go and we'd watch the games. It was just him and I. So it was like that magical thing that we always had together, which I loved. Just somewhere I stopped watching baseball and it sucked to me.
Right.
To me.
I got Megan a summer job when she was in high school because I was working at United Way of Rhode Island, and we had a connection with the Pawtucket Red Sox. I got her a summer job working at the Pawtucket Red Sox. I
like the Paw Sox.
I lived vicariously through her.
You know, my aunt lives around the corner, and she did not love the fireworks at McCoy Stadium.
I would imagine.
Neither did her dog.
No, but I was so jealous of Megan because she was working for the Pawtucket Red Sox.
Yeah.
And I thought that was just, I went to 1,000 games.
Now they're the Woo Sox.
None of the Woo Sox.
I haven't been out there, but I hear
either.
you can get right off on the train right there in front of the stadium and go, which I think is nice and convenient because there's nothing worse than getting psyched up to go to something, whether it's a show in Boston, and then just the rigmarole that you have to go through to park your car to get to where you're going. Mm-hmm. It's like a whole nother day and a half process.
Right. Speaking about parking, and I don't quite understand how it works, there's a story this morning that you're parked that tickets for Patriots games are going up. They haven't been raised in 15 years, and they're the third highest ticket price in the league anyway.
I won't be going.
But there's some sort of a deal now where you can park for free.
You should have always been able to park for free. I think that is such a money grab. It drives me insane when you show up somewhere and then you're going to pay $50 to park in a parking lot that's somewhere near the place that you're going to. It makes me insane.
I think it has something to do with if you're willing to wait for an hour or something before you leave the parking lot. When you leave, they give you a $50 gift card.
Okay,
it's either an hour or an hour and a half, and the idea is it's going to cut down on the traffic.
Okay, give me a good book. We'll go right back to bookstore.
There you go.
Good morning, Dawn. Dawn checking in from the West Coast. Jen checking in from Plymouth. Let's see, Mark checking in from Everett. And who else do we have? RTB, good to see your face. He's back in P-Town. Who else? We got a lot of people checking in. So hi, good morning to you.
Yeah, we do.
Here we are one day before the weekend. That is the one right thing that the Beachcomber always did, and I loved. They give you a $25 gift card for parking in their parking lot. You got to pay to park.
Right.
But you can take that gift card and go to their store and use it against some of their merch.
Oh, that's good.
So that's why you see everyone wearing Beachcomber sweatshirts. It's genius marketing.
Wow.
It's so brilliant. You can get this thing and you can use it towards anything you want to buy in the merch store. So everybody gets a Beachcomber sweatshirt because they're comfy.
Right.
They're Cape Cod. They're iconic. And
now, they scream Cape Cod.
I mean, we brought ours to Portugal. We brought ours. We have photos of that one in our Salties group, the Salties Speakeasy that started during the pandemic. If you know, then you know. So we bring them with us wherever they're iconic Cape Cod things. When you see them, you're like, hey, I know you. Right. You're from the Cape. We have this such strong connection, Cape Codders do, to whatever it is around here. But I thought whoever thought of that, genius marketing. Yeah. So I think that's brilliant if they're given $50 gift cards. People will wait for that. I will wait for that.
Oh, yeah. We haven't been to the Beachcomber in a long time. It's just that to get there and to park
it's a process.
It's like insane.
Yeah. But now the dispensary is right before there. So, I mean, take our time.
It's a good time one way or the other.
Not a problem.
Oh, my gosh. Cam is watching.
Hey, Cam. Hey.
Hey, Cam. How you doing, buddy? Where are you?
I know. We got a date next week. He's going to come and hang out with me on a show.
Oh, that's cool.
I know. I'm very much looking forward to it.
I can't wait to watch.
We're doing a little bit of work. He is working on a pod, and I'm very excited for him to share some of his adventures with everyone.
Oh, he should, because he's
there's so many.
Yeah.
So many.
Our friend Cam is a cabin staff person for
flight attendant.
Yeah, for one of the major airlines. And he keeps us updated on Facebook.
So fun.
Where he is. And he's flown. He's been all over the place already. And he's been in the job, 6 months?
Yeah. Yep. Michael, you need to figure out a way that you're going to take me around on an adventure, because apparently I'm not going anywhere anytime soon. So I won't need any rides to the airport. So just pick me up in your Cadillac and drive me around to make me feel like I'm important, like presidential when I go places. I'm here with my friend Michael, and I'll just get out with my sunglasses on, pretend I'm somebody important.
And have people start taking pictures?
Absolutely. How funny would that be?
Who is that?
Could we stage something like this?
I'm sure we could.
Michael, let's talk, because I think that'll be so fun. I finally watched that AJ Fickery movie the other day.
Yep.
The one that was filmed on the Cape with Christina Hendricks and David Arquette.
Yeah, how was it?
It's not, I mean, it was good, but it was not great. The storyline was really sad.
Oh. Well, then why watch it?
Because it was filmed on the Cape.
Okay.
We support ourselves.
Okay.
We support others, and that was kind of really exciting.
Michael says he'll take you to bingo. There
perfect.
You go.
Thank you. Take me to bingo. I'll walk out like a superstar.
Yep. Do you have a red carpet, Michael? That's the thing. You got to roll out the red carpet.
Roll out the red carpet
from the vehicle.
Me and my beach wagon full of all my equipment. Super classy.
Here she is.
What drove me crazy about the storyline was the bookstore was set on Alice Island, which was a knockoff of the Vineyard.
Right.
And then all of a sudden he's running from the bookstore and he's running up Main Street in Hyannis. And I'm like, that's not even where that is. It was upsetting to me as to the bookstore was in Yarmouth.
Okay.
And then all of a sudden they're running up in Main Street, Hyannis. And then they're showing steamship stuff. And I'm like, no.
Because we know, would that be considered jumping the shark?
Yes.
Okay.
No pun intended.
No pun intended. No.
So
that's Chatham.
Speaking of towny stuff, Hank's been really enjoying some of the towny pages. I know we talk about it often, but there's some new revelations happening on our towny pages.
Oh my goodness. The last couple of days, there have been some different aircraft flying into the airbase.
Hey, lady.
And the towny news pages are going berserko.
We've had satellites, we've had Chinese balloons. Right. Now they're saying that they're going to retaliate against us because they said it was a weather balloon and we should have taken what they said as word, but there's no evidence that it was a weather balloon.
Right.
So whatever.
And they've been doing it for years, and we've been doing it for years, and I don't know why we're all upset about this.
Well, now everybody's on high alert for stuff that is flying in the sky. So they are out there losing their mind as to the aircrafts that are coming into Otis Air Force Base and what's leaving.
Oh, yeah, and somebody posted an actual breakdown of this is this plane and this is what it looks like. This is this plane and this is what it looks like. I mean, you live next to an airbase, folks. You knew that when you moved here. If you're a Cape Cod person, you know that.
Yeah.
Why? I don't understand. Just look at it and go, hey, that's really cool. Gee, I haven't seen that one before. Don't get on whatever and go, oh my God, what's happening?
That's what Serafina was like, oh wow, an airplane flying near an airbase. So weird, everybody.
Oh, I know it. Come on,
alert.
folks.
Good morning, Mary. So good for you to check in.
There
I
you
hope
go,
you're doing
Serafina.
well.
Yeah. Oh, it's crazy. And people do it year after year after year.
Mm-hmm.
It's like,
right?
It's like buying a house that's close to a restaurant that has music at night and complaining about it.
I can't.
And
I don't even want to jump into this because
and hauling them up before the board of selectmen with a noise complaint.
Yep.
I mean, come on, folks. You knew that place was there
when Cliff and I were DJing late at night. We were in the Falmouth Harbor area. We would have our phone, and he had a decibel meter on his phone because they would actually sit there all night long, calling, complaining, calling.
Yeah.
And so when the cops would show up, my husband would hold the decibel meter and then they would leave.
Right.
But it's still registered against the business. Like,
Right.
obviously, then they're eventually not going to have it. It actually shut down one of the places on Falmouth Harbor. Mm-hmm. And it was acoustic guitar that ended at 10 p.m. Acoustic guitar.
Yeah. No.
The Not in My Backyards. Or my favorite one was the woman who moved into the property that's right behind Dino's.
Yes.
And he spent thousands of dollars building this sound retainer wall thing.
Yep.
I mean, you really couldn't hear a full metal band in the parking lot next door, and still they complained. And they moved in months prior to him having this outdoor area. Like, it's just so dumb. And it doesn't, no entertainment past 10 p.m. And the law is noise ordinance is 11, right?
Yeah, I think so. And Dino's really good about it. I mean,
Yes.
Dino is, and it's just the funniest story that about noise and bands and everything is when we lived in Sandwich, one of our neighbors was in a band with his brothers, and they were called the Funkles. And every time
I never heard of the Funkles.
the Funkles, yeah. Well, it was more like a family thing.
I like that.
They'd get together and practice themselves and have
I'd go
fun.
see 'em.
And then when there was a family party, they'd play. Well, one of their sons graduated from high school, I guess it was. So the Funkles were playing in the backyard, and it got to be like 9 o'clock or so, and some of the younger folk were in the front yard hanging out, and the older folk were in the back where the tables and chairs were or whatever. And someone or someone's called the Sandwich Police.
Yep.
And they pulled up in front of the house and they saw all these young people. So they get out of the car.
All posturing.
And they get posturing and swaggering
in.
And they're going to come around the corner.
We're gonna be these
And they're going to
guys.
shut the music down. And they come around the corner. And honest to God, the look on their faces when they saw a bunch of 50-year-old guys.
Oh, I was like,
in a
I was hoping
band.
for older, like a geriatric ward.
No, like 50 years old. And all of a sudden, the swagger became, excuse me, sir. Could we chat when you're through with
When you're done with that set. Well,
when you're done with that set, we need to talk for a minute. We'll just stand. No, wait a minute. We'll go sit in the cruiser, sir. Until it was like, oh my God, they were ready to call the paddy wagon. A Sandwich had a paddy wagon.
Hysterical.
And cart away all the kids.
They're messing with those kids.
And it was the Funkles.
That's awesome. And also the Sandwich Police.
The Funky Uncles. We'll go with Funky Uncles.
Just a running joke to everybody that does not live here on Cape Cod. So I apologize if you're a Sandwich police officer.
Right.
We have to actually go do radio stuff. Good morning, Kristen. Thank you. This can be you whenever you decide to host with me, because I think that's a show that people want to see.
Hey, folks, by the way.
Hold.
No?
We got to work.
Oh, okay. I was going to tell him to get the app.
Oh, yeah. That too. You can tell them on here.
Okay. Excuse me.
Cape Cod's Alternative. We are Lemonade. It's Hank and Stephanie this morning. You want everybody to know that they should get the app, and I think that you should. So
yeah, go to the App Store, ask for Lemon 80,
that's it.
and you're going to get the app, and that means you can hear all the music we're playing all day long.
It's not the only place you can get us too. Roku TV, and you have to say, Alexa, play Lemonadio Radio. You have to separate them. And I know it's kind of a tongue twister, but I've been fighting with that Alexa app for like a solid 2 years, and it's what she understands. So just say it like that. I'm not the only one who fights with personal assistants. I'm yelling at, hey Google, hey Alexa, hey whatever. I'm sorry if I'm setting off all of your devices right now. You're welcome. It's Hank and Stephanie. We'll be here. Lemonadio.com, Roku TV, on your app, online. Lemonadio. Oh, some Sade. I had a request for a Sade infused music bingo. One of our friends is having a bigger birthday.
Yeah.
And
a bigger birthday.
A bigger
I like
birthday.
That.
And her husband reached out to me and he was like, hey, Steph, I know it's last minute. Can you do this? And I'm away. I'm going to be in New York for a night or two. And we'll get to that in a second. So I'm like, I'm away. You know what I'll do? I'll give you a playlist and I'll make a special birthday bingo for Amy. So I've got it all situated. And I said, what is her favorite stuff? And it's metal and Sade. So it's definitely going to be a very specific Amy bingo.
That follows metal and Sade.
Yeah. Hey, John. So glad that you're joining us. I'm so excited for you. I know that you are having a changing of the guard, and I just want you to know I love you, and I think that you're going to be fabulous. And good luck for your next lease on life, my friend. Letting go of a family business and moving on with a different business.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's a big decision, and it's a good luck to you. I love you. I'm excited for you. You need a freaking break. Are you gonna sleep in though? That's what I'm curious about. And maybe an hour later.
It's hard.
Somewhere in there. I will always get up at this time. And if you would ask my mother when I was a teenager if I would be a morning person, she would have laughed directly in your face. Because Sister Zita from Bishop Vian would call my mother, Stephanie's late again. Stephanie's late again. I was not a morning person.
I had a student back when I was at Dean Junior College.
Yeah.
She always signed up for an 8 o'clock class. She always slept late. She never woke up. It got to the point where one day I got permission, and I took the whole class over to the dorm. And we knocked on her door.
Yeah.
And she grew up to become a morning radio person.
See?
And actually the news director at Channel 10 in Providence.
That's awesome.
She's awesome. And she does a radio show in Westerly, Rhode Island.
That's very cool.
Now she's
I wish Sister Zita was alive still though.
It's hard for me to say that a student of mine is kind of retired. Because that kind of makes me feel.
Well, you were a baby teaching, right?
I was a baby.
Yeah, you came out of the womb teaching. You were a young educator.
I was young. I was only in my 20s.
Yep.
When I started at Dean Junior College, teaching radio and communications and stuff like that. So
good for you, John. He said, thanks. I'm sitting on my couch in my shorts, enjoying coffee. And that's the way life should be, my friends.
That's right.
Good for you. Now you're going to be like the rest of us, complaining about the usual suspects of where does the average person who has 8 coffee mugs. I have 9 million coffee mugs.
Oh, we do too. When we moved, we threw coffee mugs out, and we still have coffee mugs.
Yeah, but I don't know where they go. They leave my cabinets, and my children disappear them. I don't know where they go. I had an issue with your little bestie over there. Miss Lillian was on my list yesterday.
Oh.
I'm going to New York for a couple of days. My brother is moving into another apartment. My mom is coming from the West Coast because she can't let him just move into an apartment. She's going to come and decorate everything.
Mom who just got married.
My mother just got married and is now retired.
Okay.
So she needs...
Living in Phoenix or still in San Diego?
Both.
Both.
A little bit of both. She went back to the San Diego house.
Well, that sucks.
To get curtains to mail to me for my brother because he's got a big apartment and he needs curtains. Like my brother is 30. He doesn't need my mother to mail curtains from the West Coast for me to get them in a box to then drive them to New York so that she can put up the curtains for my brother.
Curtains that she had at her place in San Diego?
Correct.
So they're used curtains that are mailed to you to take.
So my mother drove from Phoenix to San Diego to box up a bunch of crap that she had at her house to mail to me in 7 boxes. I only have 2 right now. I'm having 7 boxes total that I have to now bring with me to New York so my mother can put them where she sees them fit for my brother.
And then when she leaves, your brother's going to get rid of them?
Who is a grown-ass man, most likely. Yeah. Most likely, because although if we're walking it up 5 floors without a 5th floor walk up.
Yep.
No stairs. It's stairs.
No elevator?
It's not coming down. I'm throwing it out the window.
Right.
Either that or you better put a pulley out the window and pull it up. Because this mama is not walking 7 boxes of stairs up 5 flights of stairs more than one time. So I'm going to have to find some way to lift this. My mom's like, does Cliff have a dolly? I'm like, have you seen my car? Right. What more do you think I'm going to be putting in my vehicle?
Right.
This woman's insane.
Yeah, but a dolly's going to be a pain in the neck hauling that up 5 stairs. Clunk, 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 clunk.
Yeah, I'm not doing that. I'm not.
No.
He's trying to move in and make friends with these people because he has to live there. I'm not going to be that person. So yesterday, I got home from Music Bingo and Lil opened up the boxes because she thought they were Nana boxes. So now I have crap all over.
So she took them all out because they thought there was stuff for her?
Yep. Addressed to my brother.
And she opened them anyway?
This is a person who can't bring her coffee mug down the stairs. This is a person who there are 7 pairs of her shoes at the bottom of our stairs. All of her belongings
those are hers?
all yep, between her and my brother. I mean, between her and my son, just shoes everywhere, stuff everywhere. But somehow finds the 2 boxes that I had hidden under another box on my kitchen table away from everything. Like, these are over here, not for us, with my brother's name on them.
And she opened them anyway.
So I said, you know what? You have to call Nana and apologize because... And my mother was like, those were addressed to your brother. And I'm like, do you think I don't know that?
Right.
I'm just letting you know now.
I could see his name on it.
If she tracks it. So she says, well, I know 2 of the boxes have arrived. And I said, yep, and they've spilled all over my kitchen right now. So I'm going to find another way to package these all up so that I can haul them up 5 flights of stairs. For unwanted crap that my brother's not even going to want.
Well, why don't you have him come down, open the boxes, look at them while they're in the car and take what he wants?
Yeah, right? Thank you. Thank you.
You know? And
see, this is why I talk things out with all of you.
And then the rest, you just find somewhere to keep them in the car and bring them back here and take them I was going to say take them to the Mashpee landfill, but then you've got to break them down into, is it paper, is it cardboard? But cardboard isn't what you think is cardboard. See, this isn't, you would think maybe this would qualify as cardboard, but it's not cardboard according to the Mashpee landfill. It has to have those little grooves in the box.
It's such a pain. I can't. It's better than sandwich though. The situation that is the sandwich with the blue bags, right?
Oh, yeah, the blue bags are a donkey.
So it could be worse. I'm not even going to complain about it because it could be worse. And yes, John, I would love to buy some gourmet brunch nostalgia mugs before. So yes, I do want a few of them. Good morning, Colleen. Thank you so much for checking in with us. We got to go talk. And I wanted to talk about the crazy crime, the London guy stealing the Cadbury eggs.
All right.
Foo Fighters.
Cool.
Cape Cod's alternative. We are Lemonadio. It's Hank and Stephanie. It is time for a little crazy crime, and this one takes us across the pond.
Okay.
Where a London man has been found guilty of stealing 200,000 Cadbury cream eggs.
How many?
200,000. $48,000 worth of Cadbury cream eggs. So you're found guilty, which means you now have to go to jail.
For stealing Cadbury eggs.
And now you're in jail. And they're like, what are you in for? Because you know that's a conversation.
Craig Cadbury. Oh, he's going to be real popular.
That is embarrassing.
That is embarrassing.
You get no street cred for that.
None. None.
I mean, I get it with the cost of eggs, but I'm sure that is still cheaper than the actual cost of real eggs.
Oh, yeah. And what would you do with it? You couldn't possibly eat all those eggs.
He was cornering the market on Easter, Hank. He was getting in there early.
I guess.
He was looking for the deals. All right, there you go. Your crazy crime here on Lemonadio. Oh, I love that Duran Duran song.
All right.
See, I'm digging some of the oldies out there that we haven't heard in a long time.
Yeah, I'm looking for some Poco. Are we playing Poco yet?
I don't. It is on the list.
Okay.
It is on the list. Oh, my daughter Sophie says she misses your voice, Stephanie, and loves when I put this show on in the morning while we're getting ready. Oh, so cute. Hi, Sophie.
Oh, my gosh.
Have a great day at school today. I miss your voice. She is an amazing singer. Yeah, and she's Cody's age. They went to school together at Mashpee School Systems. The boy had his second to last basketball game yesterday.
Oh, okay.
And apparently he fouled out, so he got picked up early.
Oh, okay.
Way to hang out with your team, bud. Oh, Duran Duran is touring North America. I don't know how much those tickets are
Probably too much.
Yeah.
And how many of them are originals and how many of them are... Because that's the dividing line now. How many of the real members are still in the...
I think all of them except one or two, right? One is sick.
Yeah. See, that's the thing about... And I don't understand the controversy about it. Anytime the Little River Band is playing anywhere. I mean, they were a good group, and they had some hits. But when you see the Little River Band playing, all of a sudden there's this explosion on social media that they're a tribute band. They're not the real Little River Band, even though they're billed as the real.
Well, how many of them are still alive? Are there any of them that are still alive?
Well, depending upon what post you read, it really is a tribute band. There's no original members.
No member are still alive.
But they're going around as a tribute band. Their tribute band being billed as still the real thing.
Oh, I gotcha. See, Duran Duran at least has 4 out of 5 of the members still, and Andy's the only reason why he's suffering from serious health issues.
Right.
So that was just really sad. RTB and I were at the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame when Duran Duran was accepting, and they made the announcement that Andy was dealing with his health issues, and the entire crowd, at all of them, even Simon, everyone was just getting like super misty-eyed because we didn't realize how bad it was. And that was a moment. We had a moment together.
Yeah. Unfortunately, all those bands are getting to be
aged.
That aged.
It's my new favorite word.
Yeah, getting to be that age where there's just going to be stuff.
Yeah. That's life. Good morning, Christian. Thanks for joining.
And as far as the bands go, as long as you understand they are what they are. I mean, look, when you see the Temptations of the Four Tops at the Cape Cod tent this summer, those aren't the original members, guys.
That's how there's one usually kicking around and gets his wave, gets his out.
You can tell he's the guy in the wheelchair doing wheelchair dancing while the other guys are moving and grooving.
Hey, and don't knock that wheelchair dancing. That's me. I'm gonna be kicking my leg up like I'm
we do
50
chair
years old.
We do chair dancing at the villages.
That's awesome.
There's an opportunity for chair exercise or
That's
something.
Right. I'm really looking forward to spending some time at the villages this summer and just taking it all in. I feel like it's such a show prep.
Oh,
There's
is.
a lot to talk about there.
Yeah.
So I saw this story.
And the crazy and the slow down lady is back.
Oh, tell everybody about the slow down lady.
There's a lady in the villages, and for those of you who are just joining us, we live in a over 55 community that Steph and I have affectionately named the villages.
Lovingly.
So we won't actually name the place.
Right.
But there's this woman who walks her dog who, when you drive by, stops, makes a really angry face at you, and goes like this to get you to slow down. Now, the speed limit in the villages is 20. Mm-hmm. You could be going 12.
Mm-hmm. And she's still angry about it.
And she's still angry about it.
Yeah, you're not supposed to drive by her.
No. I guess. I mean, we hadn't seen her for a while. She apparently was hibernating for the winter or something. But she was back out yesterday, and she
just seems unhappy all of the time, though, no matter what.
I don't know.
Like, I almost want to follow behind her, but then I don't want her to freak out then too, because then it looks like I'm stalking her when I'm not.
Right.
Like, is there a happy medium for a slow down lady?
Right. I mean, I'm tempted to get out and go over to her and say, "Excuse me, were you waving at me? Do you need something?" But
usually we're taught not to engage angry people.
Yeah,
so that's
I know.
probably a best. Just let her walk her dog and her anger and let her get it out. Maybe that's where she's like her unhappiest.
Could be.
Maybe she didn't want the dog.
Could
like
be.
You don't know the whole backstory behind
no,
slow down lady.
And I probably don't want to know the whole backstory.
Don't. So maybe we'll see her in another setting.
And then Mari would tell me it'd be bad for business if I stop and engage somebody. So, yeah, I'm just going to sit in the car and
I want to
12
hear
miles
about
an hour.
Slow Down Lady's backstory at some point in time.
yeah.
Definitely. So, yes, Hank and his wife, Mari, Make Your Move with Mari, works in real estate. And I saw this story today about someone that purchased an 18th century home.
Wow.
And so they're doing a little bit of renovating, a little bit of fixing up, because obviously when you buy a 300-year-old home, you need to do some stuff with it.
Yeah, probably. Bathrooms probably need to be updated.
Yeah, a couple of things need to happen in there.
Yeah, like it actually needs a toilet instead of just
that
a
might
hole.
help. So they were moving some of the floors to replace the subfloor and work on whatever. There was no subfloor. There were corn cobs.
Corn cobs.
Thousands of corn cobs.
Oh, wow.
That was what their insulation was, is what they were guessing.
Holy cow.
Corn cobs.
Wow.
It's like, so they showed the photos of it. I'm looking at it. I'm like, oh my God. Like how much? And it's not like it was in a specific like farm area.
Right.
It's not like they shucked all this corn and then threw it in there. Like
They had to bring it in?
where did the corn cobs come from?
Wow.
It's just a very bizarre form of insulation,
Wow.
but they still resembled corn cobs.
You'd be surprised at the number of older Cape Cod homes, like the old cottages that have been, added on to.
Yeah.
Where the original part of the house is being supported with wood stumps.
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 Okay.
I mean, they've held up these houses for God knows how long. But when you do a 2023 home inspection, and the home inspector looks and goes, you know what? That's not up to code.
You don't have a foundation. You have stumps.
You have stumps holding you up. Honest to God. I can't tell you how many times I've seen it.
That has to be the craziest thing that I've ever thought that would happen, is a home on stumps, not stilts or a foundation.
No, stumps. Tree stumps.
You've seen this in multiple places?
Oh, yeah.
That was a thing?
Oh, it's a thing. Sure. Because they cleared the land to build the cottage. They had the tree stumps, and they put the tree stumps underneath, and they built on top. Honest to God, folks. Honest to God. Some of you here on Cape Cod who may be watching us maybe live in one of those homes.
So bizarre to me. I can only imagine what you see in real estate and dealing with all of that stuff.
Oh, yeah.
I could not at all. So I saw that for security purposes, I've been dealing with like password stuff and changing stuff over. It, for whatever reason, everything came up due. You know, when it's decided to force you to change your password on stuff.
Right.
And I can't remember anything. And the one that I thought was the password, and then you got to do your new password, your old password, your new password twice. And so I can't remember any of it. None of it. So then they send me the code. Then it's a code to my other device. Then it's an email address that I'm no longer using. Either way, they're saying for security purposes, we're supposed to have a 12-digit something or other to be the most secure.
Yeah. No.
I miss when it was just you could log into things.
Right.
And it was simple.
Well, you
And have the same thing for everyone, but you can't now because that's not secure. And there are so many cyber crimes happening.
Oh, yeah. You and Cliff probably have the same problem Mari and I do. We work on the same software.
Yep.
And we change passwords because we can't get in.
Yep.
And then we either don't tell the other or we tell them, but the other doesn't write it down.
Yep.
And all of a sudden we're trying to get in and we can't. Oh, my gosh. It's ridiculous.
The amount of time spent trying to find a password, I could taken up a new hobby. I could have learned something.
Oh, yeah.
There is an amount, like I honestly could have been speaking another language with the amount of time just logging in and logging out of things.
Yeah. And the most secure password they give you as a suggestion, like you said, Steph.
Yeah.
There's no way in God's earth you can remember it.
No.
Even if you were 10 years old and you didn't have a whole lot of stuff in your memory, you
and God
still
forbid
couldn't,
you don't save
still
it.
couldn't remember it. Oh. But you know what I've discovered though? You have to click the remember me. If the little box that pops up and said, should I save this password? What I've discovered is it keeps changing the password for everything.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All your stuff that's connected to your email address.
Right.
Oh, you knew that.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I learned that last week.
We're always learning as technology gets better.
Because
Good morning, Joanna.
I thought I was doing good. Oh, yeah, save this. And then I go in again and I'd be like, what the hell? I just changed.
No, you're not helping yourself. You're
Okay.
making it worse. We'll get there. Hey, at least we're above ground, right? We're supposed to be thankful for things.
That's right.
Always do the password saver on the phone. Yeah, but what happens when you lose the phone?
Right.
Then it's in the cloud, and then you get some of them back. It's a disaster.
As I do on a regular basis because I put my phone down like this.
Right.
And it's black.
Yep.
And I don't see it. I used to have a phone case that had like a picture of buoys on it or a Cape Cod
Hi, Patricia.
boat scene or something, and I could find it. But now I put it down upside down like this, and 5 minutes later, it's like, where's my phone?
I saw a meme that actually I did the other day. Was I was looking for my cell phone with a flashlight of my cell phone. I was actively looking for it, and I saw a meme, and I was like, that was me yesterday. My brain, it does not work very well.
You know, like looking for your glasses, and the glasses are in your head.
Yep, on my head. Yep.
Looking for your keys, and you know they're right
somewhere
next to your cell phone.
They're
and you
deeply
can't
in my
find your
purse,
cell phone.
deep down inside, somewhere.
That's a whole other story, folks. Purses. I can't tell you how many times Mari's gotten a new purse.
Yep.
And it's going to be better than the last one because I can't put a lot of stuff in it, and I'm just going to keep the basics
The lies
in
we
here.
tell ourselves, we lie to ourselves way too often.
And 2 weeks later, it's like Mary Poppins carpet bag.
Yes, I did get rid of my Mary Poppins bag, as Eva affectionately called it.
Yeah.
She actually went out and purchased me a new purse because she couldn't stand me and my Mary Poppins bag, as she called it.
And it doesn't make any difference what size.
Yeah,
it can
no.
be a big thing. It can be little.
We'll fill it with junk. That's what we do.
You'll fill it with junk.
Yep. All right, so Hank and I are going to go back on the air. You can find us Roku TV, Alexa, lemonadio.com. Continue, share it with your friends, download the app. Please, we thank you for your support. Also, I've been nominated for Cape and Plymouth Business for the watch list.
Mm-hmm.
So I would love your vote. I'm asking for your vote right now. Thank you very much. Do Cape Plymouth Business.
Vote for
Scroll down. Well, there's
Vote for
so
Steph.
many people to vote for, and they're all wonderful businesses.
Oh, but no one is more wonderful than you.
I appreciate you, Hank. And he's not just saying that because he's stuck next to me and has to work with me for the next hour.
Right. No, that's what you got to think. That's what you got to think. They're all wonderful, but I'm better.
So many great businesses in there. So yeah, I'm asking for your vote. Thank you very much. Oh, thanks, Patricia.
Thanks,
Said, love you
Patricia.
guys. Got my vote. Have a great day. Be thankful for something today and enjoy the warmth because once again, it's gonna go away because it's New England and it's still winter.